What's happening, guys? Gene here from the True Patriot Outfitters. Man, it's October. Regular season is complete. Everything is done here, so we're already looking to 2024, man. I mean, all sights are set on the All American Kayak Classic. That is for sure. That's one of the biggest events in the country every year, and we're definitely looking forward to that. But the schedules, most of the schedules have been dropped that are going to concern us. And so I wanted to walk you through what this looks like for us each year when we get into this, and try to get this for those of you that are kind of new to tournament series, or those of you that are looking to expand. This will just give you a general idea of what goes into this this kind of thing here, and so that you guys can see right here live as we're doing it, man. So I've collected the information that I need. So let's see if we can add this over here. And we'll try to blow it up a little bit. There we go. All right, so you'll notice what I have here. Of course, the All American Kayak Series. That is the #1 priority for us this year, as I am now going to be working these events with Joshua Booth and Troy Yankee in the capacity of staff and directing and so forth. So All American Kayak Series is our #1. Then the other two schedules are my local clubs here, the Colorado Kayak Bassmasters, CKB, and the Colorado Kayak Fishing Club. Now that the CKFC allows motors, this their events are now on our radar 100% for the schedule, so that we can try to get to as many of those as we can. Now, the birth right, if you will, of the All American Kayak Classic does come from the MOYAC series, and so anytime we can double dip or get involved in MOYAC, I mean those are phenomenally run deals. So we wanted to put that on there, and then of course the big dance, Bass put up its schedule. And we've worked closely with Bass to make sure we're not conflicting, with certain things, with them the best we can, and so they've put their schedule out as well. And so if we can get to one of those or a couple of those, that would definitely be something we would definitely like to do. So here's how I do it, man. If you notice, I got them color coded here, just random colors that we've selected and picked out here to kind of separate them. But what I do to start with is that we're going to select this section right here, all of these, and we're going to copy this, and I'm going to move it over here to this little column here and paste it. Now I'm going to do the same thing with all of these here. I've got the date, the series, and the location, all in this. And so that way we can kind of see what we're going to see. That is a lot of events, good Lord. If we only had the budget for that, right? So now that I've got these, I want to get them in a timeline, since they're all dated in a similar fashion. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this range here. We're going to go over to sort, custom sort, and we want sort by column G. I think it's oldest to newest. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. We needed to do that right there. Okay. And then we'll sort. Column G, oldest to newest, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right. So now we can see as this all lines out. We'll widen this up a little bit. So now we can see what events do what. So we know our priority is All American. So anything that conflicts with All American, we have to basically rule it out immediately. So right now, these are actually happening at the same time. So we can double dip that one. So that one's pretty good. The Classic is then the 27th. I'm going to rule out Possum Kingdom just because of the fact that we just don't have the budget to be able to make that run to Texas, then come back and get prepared and get down for the Classic as well. So this one I can rule out. So we're going to take this, we're going to cut it, and we're going to place it here. Bada bing. So we got the Classic on the 27th. MOYAC is having their Truman event at the same time, so that'll work out. I don't know. Let's look at our schedule. Let's quickly bring up bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. How's that going to work out? So we're talking April to May. So the 27th April, 28th, we'll be getting home here. You know what? We might be able to squeeze in, especially for a Horsetooth event. So that's a good one. And then CKB goes there after that on the 11th. And then we're off to Okoboji, Iowa on the 18th. However, Moyak has got a Stockton at the same time, so we need to cut that. We're not going to be able to make that one. Also, there's another May 18th right there for Bass, so we'll take that out. Oh, and May 19th. Yeah, we're going to be in Okoboji on the 18th and the 19th, so we have to cut out that one. We won't be in the state for that. All right, and then we are on to June. It's two different events for the CKB. Excuse me. It's June 1 and 2 actually is how it works out. And so 2 events back to back. We'll fish those. Red Willow's only like 3.5 hours away, so it's not that far. So we can keep that in there. But then we're immediately turning around and getting on the road to Kentucky Lake. That's a long drive. That's a 2-day drive more than likely for us. And unfortunately, it looks like we have Elkhead for CKFC and Moyak both have a June 8th as well. So we can cut both of these because we're going to be at Kentucky Lake for that. 2 days there, then we come back. CKB's got its Trinidad. That's a tight turnaround, man, but we'll keep it in there for now. I would like to go back down there and check that one out. But then we've got Poplar Bluff on July the 3rd. So that's a possibility. But I'll be honest, driving that far for a one-day tournament probably isn't going to be in the budget. So those are 12 to 13-hour drives. And as much as I love my Moyak brothers out there, that's a long way to haul. There's not a lot of payoff benefit there, especially since we're turning around and doing the Minocqua run. That's a long run there. Oh, looks like they're going to Susky the same time we're going to Minocqua, so we can pull that out of there. Then we get into August. We'll be in La Crosse. Cannot wait for that event. CKFC's got it on the 18th. Yeah, we'll still be competing on the 18th there for that one. So unfortunately, we have to pull that one. Then we're at Norton on September 7th. Oh, and it looks like CKFC's got a Boyd event there. Okay. Eek. Look, I'm just going to be straightforward and honest. I hate Boyd. Boyd is like 3 spots, especially that time of year. I'm more interested in going to Norton for sure. So, not for nothing. Got to pull that. Okay, then we're down to Washita. All right, cool. Bull Shoals, Missouri only waters on the 21st. Again, that is a long drive, especially I'm going to be coming back from Arkansas, so we got to cut that. Obviously, this isn't the end-all, beat-all, but it's pretty darn close. All right, Table Rock, those two are together. CKB Championship. Coming back from Table Rock, then turn right back around to go to Caddo? I don't think so. For those of you who don't realize, dude, these are long road trips, okay? There's a lot of mileage being put on my little pickup and on my Silverado. And, yeah, man, it takes its toll. It sounds great, you know, if you're doing it one and done. But when you live on the road as much as we do, after a while, you got to start getting smart. Because I'll tell you, man, the gas cost has just killed our budgets out there. And we don't want to eat up budgets over, you know, simple little deals here and there. We have to be very cognizant of what's going on. And this may change, you know, still. But, all right, shift sails up. All right, one last one, and I think we'll have a look at what our season looks like here. All right, so Lake Murray, South Carolina. Lake Murray is a 2-day drive in February coming out of Colorado. Guess what? That's coming out. The more and more I think about it. We're not making that. we're not gonna risk that, because I-70 trying to get out of Colorado, dude, you can get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and get jammed on hotels out there. So we're not going to play that game. So this is what it's looking like right now. This will be a singular event right here. One run, 2 events we can double dip in. Same with this one for the Classic. And then Horsetooth will come back. We'll actually finally get a chance to fish one of the CKFC events. And unfortunately, it looks like that's the only event for the CKFC that we're going to be able to get in. This Trinidad one's going to be up in the open, man. We got Kentucky Lake on the 18th coming back. Trinidad's about a 4 or 5 hour run, so we'll see how we're doing on this. I'll probably make a last minute decision on Trinidad, whether or not we can make that or not. We'll see how we're feeling when we get back from Kentucky, because that's a pretty long haul. But yeah, man. So what do we got there? So 1, 2 events there, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, that's 2 of them, so that's 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that's the same thing at Norton, 16, good night, 17, and then 18, 19, so almost 19 total events. A couple of these are doubling up, a couple of them are 2, different events back to back. That's a pretty crazy schedule for 2024. So yeah, kind of is what it is there. So yeah, man, that's how we do this stuff, man, is we look this down. Now we've got to take this schedule, see what our budget looks like for next year, check our equipment, check our gear, and then we have to mix this with the Romans Warrior Foundation, make sure that we're not walking over some of those events that we want to be involved in with those to help spread the mission, spread the healing around the country. We've got a lot of work we're going to be doing with the field ops and the True Patriot Outfitters, working with the All American when we go to each one of these locations, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different events with the All American that we'll be looking to do. So we'll have to see how all that pans out. But for the most part, I think we've got at least a general foundation now for what our scheduling looks like out there. Pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. I believe in making life simple on me, and those spreadsheets really do that. But anyway, man, hopefully that helps some people. If you got any questions about any of these series out here, these are just who we've put on our radar as far as what we're interested in fishing. Colorado, you got 2 great options. That Elkhead one for CKFC, I think that is super cool, man. They're going way up in the mountains up there, and driving a good distance to get up to that. That'll be the first time they've been there. I'm really, really excited to see what kind of numbers they put up for that. That should be super cool. And then, of course, the other ones with Moyak. If you're anywhere near Kansas City, or Missouri, in that area, check out the Moyak series, man. If you want to fish against, some of the Midwest, best anglers out there, Moyak has them, man. And they put big fields up, so those are big paydays. Great group of people out there, and awesome fisheries to go to, man. Freaking Lake of the Ozarks, Stockton, Table Rock, Bull Shoals. Yeah, that's just super, super cool. So anyway, guys, hopefully some of this looks kind of cool to you. It sounds, a little bit interesting. If not, whatever. Hit us up. You got any questions? Tight lines, y'all. And be safe. Together.